Graham Vincent, Violinmaker and musician. I'm back in the office, back in the workshop. We've finished our playing on the sort of ocean liner. It's all done, so it's fantastic getting over to New York. It was fantastic seeing the Atlantic. It was fantastic traveling up the North Sea and seeing Norway and playing lots of music and so on. Lots of people seem to like it. It's fantastic, but I'm back in the workshop, which is absolutely wonderful. So what am I going to be up to? Well, tread lightly upon the earth, as I call it, which is possibly one of the favourite violins of mine that I've ever made, has been sold. I'm actually going to just do a little bit of work on the front before it goes out, because I just want it to be perfect, because it's such a lovely violin in most ways. I just want everything about it to be right. The only other violin I've got hanging up here at the moment is one my dad bought in Paris at the end of the 1960s, which will never leave me. But actually, that's the entire stock of violins I have. One which is never going to be sold and one which is sold already. So yeah, I've got to get making. So I don't normally make violins to order, but that's what I'm doing now. Number 40, where are we? Oh God, better get this right. Number 43, which is going to be made according to my standard plan, which are available. Look in my shop, and let me see, number 44. Number 43 is going to be one of my standard sort of ash violin. And I don't know whether to tell you this yet or not, but number 44 is going to be reclaimed mahogany, and I'll be doing a whole lot of stuff about that. But there we go. So what I've decided to do as well is obviously to send out the workshop plans for each of them with all the notes I make during the build and so on. It actually goes out with the violin, and I've sold in this case. Or do you know what, this one here, number 44, I'm kind of hoping will be one for me, because obviously, as I've just said, over there is two violins, one of which is sold and the other one I didn't make, and I do like to play a violin I've made. It seems silly not to. Anyway, the hall is absolutely crammed with my son's stuff, because I'm just moving him to his new flat in London, because he's just starting a job. I know that all looks like rubbish, but that's it's all valuable possessions. This looks like rather a promising piece of ash. I'm just having a quick scrape at the surface just to see how much flame it's got in it and whether this is going to be the one or not. Well, that looks promising. Let's just try a bit of water on that. Yeah, we're going to be using this. That's going to be the back. I'm sure I'll have enough in this particular piece to get the neck out as well, but if I haven't, I've got a really nice neck blank from the same board, but not quite in the same spot. But it would be nice to get them all together. But failing that, we've got it covered anyway. So that'll give me the back and the ribs, and I've got the neck. So there we go. Job done on the ash. And this is a reclaimed pine that I've made some stunning sounding violins from already. So that's going to be the front of that one. That's promising. Okay, number 44. Yeah, I have got this piece of, I believe it's Western white pine, I think it is. This was pretty much logged out of America in the 19th century, and then a virus swept through and has kind of really hampered the regrowth of it. But it's not normally used for instrument making, but it is a beautiful, stable wood. And let me just show you. Let me put this down a second. I mean, this stuff is quite, if you get the right piece, let me go to hold it. Just is, I mean, is alive. You can just hear the sort of hitty reaction to your hand over it. I mean, this stuff, I've made some really rich, mellow sounding violins, but which have that top end cut on them, which you really need. So yeah, this I'm quite confident that's going to make a beautiful front. So that's the front, number 44. Sides, back, neck, something odd. Now that front was an old drawer bottom, and here in the UK at the moment, old brown furniture like this is worth so little, to be honest. This was a chest of drawers, no, bureau, pardon me, which was damaged as well. And you can pick up this sort of thing for virtually nothing. And it is the most beautiful, stable, wonderful timber. Yes, out of a rainforest, but it came out of a rainforest, where are we? Probably 180 years ago. And we got the choice with this material here of, well, basically burning it or putting it in landfill or making something beautiful out of it. And you know me, I would certainly rather try to make something decent out of it. So this is going to be the wood that I'm going to use for violin number 44. I've also got, I mean, that'll be the back and the ribs, and I've got here, this was a bar top which was from the 1930s or 40s, which is a very similar timber. And again, it's just stunningly good quality timber, which is just going to be thrown away if I don't do something with it. Now, I've shown you what I might be using for the front, but in all honesty, I haven't actually decided whether I want a softwood front or whether I'm actually going to make the front of number 44 in mahogany as well. So I think what I'll probably do is cut out a piece of mahogany for that, for the front, and actually start work on both, and just to give me a little bit more time to make up my mind about what I want to do. So that's it, back in the workshop, starting to think about what I'm getting up to. 2 violins that I'm going to start, one of which has been sold already, the mahogany one, hopefully, well, I say hopefully I'll keep, but I mean, if someone wants it, if someone's really interested, then obviously it's for sale, as most things are in life. And what I'm going to do is basically sort of do a fairly regular update on the build of both of those. So we will see how it goes. I'm itching to get on with all of this. I've been out the workshop for, well, because I went and did that sort of trade show at Sidmouth and then 3 weeks on the ocean liner sort of playing music. I mean, basically it's been a month since I've been in the workshop. So I'm really looking forward to getting on with it. Anyway, I'll keep you updated fairly regularly. Look after yourselves. See you folks. Cheers. Bye.